Mark Driscoll's in the news again, and it's not surprising given his recent resurgence of popularity and some fresh controversies. But I want to talk about the thing that Mark Driscoll did most recently and instead focus on something that he's helped popularize: rage bait Christianity. Driscoll was really the first rage bait Christian influencer of the social media era and set a precedent that really follows three basic steps. Number one, say or do something controversial. It doesn't matter if there's truth to it or not. Number two, get all the buzz and virality that comes with controversy. It's operating off the principle that there's no such thing as bad publicity. Ideally, get people to respond in as angry manner as possible or to argue about whether or not the person was right or justified for doing what they did. And it's best when your critics respond in an extreme way as possible so that what you did looks justified. Then you can say, well, I had to do it because see what the other side is doing. Then point back to how beneficial or normal most of the ministry you do is. People then see your ministry as a net positive and are willing to overlook some of your worst controversies. This pattern brings up an important question. What controversies are appropriate for Christians to engage in? Let's differentiate between necessary and unnecessary controversies. Necessary controversies occur when you speak unashamedly about a biblical truth that contradicts a popular cultural belief. Just to name a few in the present day, that would include things like sexual ethics, rights of the unborn, biblical criticism, or ultimate salvation and judgment. Average Christians don't benefit materially or relationally by speaking up about these things. In fact, it usually comes with a fair amount of scorn, criticism, and suffering. Unnecessary controversy occurs when somebody pursues controversy for controversy's sake. Putting it another way, they will purposefully do or say things that they know will get a rise out of people, even if doing that compromises Christian virtues such as humility or patience or kindness or self-control. Controversy leads to virality, and virality leads to influence when leveraged correctly. The problem with this approach is that biblical truth or proper Christian conduct usually ends up taking a backseat to the idol of influence. People who know how to work the rage bait machine will benefit materially. They gain an audience, which also translates to support and a sales funnel. And when feeding your funnel becomes the primary goal of your ministry, then the gospel of the kingdom ultimately suffers. Seek ye first the kingdom becomes seek ye first influence via controversy. And the sobering thing is that this isn't really exclusive to a particular denomination or tradition or movement. Anyone can get here. In the end, rage bait Christianity misrepresents the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's sneaky because it claims to speak truth and to suffer reproach for Christ's name while completely misappropriating what that means. It more closely represents everything wrong with modern day media and politics. And we don't need Christianized versions of these things. Christ's church is to be holy. So I'm pleading with you, please stop feeding the Christian rage bait machine. Ignore it, stop highlighting it, or best of all, address the rage bait in a way that is truly instructive, corrective, encouraging, edifying, and ultimately builds up Christ's church.